Hello and welcome again to another exciting Encountering Jesus episode where we look at Jesus afresh through the Gospel of John, putting aside what we know or what we think we know about Jesus and just walking with John through his Gospel to just take a fresh look at who Jesus really is. And the last time we looked at how Jesus healed a royal official's son from a distance of over 20 miles away with just a word. And don't forget, if you would like to like and subscribe to this channel and click the bell, you will never miss another episode. So in this session we're going to look at Jesus being a rule breaker. Yeah, there you go, Jesus being a rule breaker. And we're going to read from John chapter 5 verses 1 to 15, and you can follow along on the screen. I'll be reading from the New Living Translation. So John chapter 5 verses 1 to 15. Afterward, Jesus returned to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish holy days. Inside the city near the sheep gate was the Pool of Bethesda, with 5 crowded porches. Crowds of sick people, blind, lame or paralyzed, lay on the porches. One of the men lying there had been sick for 38 years. When Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he asked him, "Would you like to get well?" "I can't, sir," the sick man said, "for I have no one to get me into the pool while the water bubbles up. Someone always gets there ahead of me." Jesus told him, "Stand up, pick up your mat and walk." Instantly the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. But this miracle happened on the Sabbath, so the Jewish leaders objected. They said to the man who was cured, "You can't work on the Sabbath. The law doesn't allow you to carry that sleeping mat." But he replied, "The man who healed me told me, 'Pick up your mat and walk.'" "Who said such a thing as that?" they demanded. The man didn't know, for Jesus had disappeared into the crowd. But afterward Jesus found him in the temple and told him, "Now you are well, so stop sinning or something even worse may happen to you." Then the man went and told the Jewish leaders that it was Jesus who had healed him. So how do you feel when someone goes around blatantly breaking the law or flouting the rules? You know, we're in a time of COVID-19 at the moment, and people are supposed to socially distance and everything else. And sometimes we see people just blatantly not doing that. How does it make us feel? Does it make us feel upset or angry or anything in between? But the thing is, what if someone breaks the rules for good, for doing good? And Jesus is walking along and he's at the Pool of Siloam. And there's a man there, a man who has been lame for 38 years, and he's sitting by the pool. And the legend had it with this pool that when the bubbles were stirred, that God was going to do a miracle. And so they would have all the sick people there, and when they saw the pool stirred, they would actually race towards the pool. Well, race as well as they could because they were sick or disabled. And hopefully that they would get healed. There was a superstition surrounding this pool. And the man says to Jesus, "Would you like to get well?" And the man's going, "Well, yeah, but I can't get to the pool." And Jesus says, "Pick up your mat and walk." And instantly this man is healed. He's completely healed. Wasted muscles, think of it. Wasted muscles, 38 years of not moving or anything else. You know, his muscles would have been nothing. Instantly restored at just the word of Jesus. You know, modern science, if modern science was there looking at this, they would go, "Oh wow." And yet very often we tend to take the miraculous out of the miraculous as far as Jesus is concerned. And yet with just a word, this man's body, this whole man's body that was wasted away, was healed with just a word from Jesus. And the question is Jesus is alive today? What are our expectations of Jesus today? And does it stretch to the miraculous? Maybe Jesus is too busy, or maybe he doesn't even care. But is that the case? You know, lots of us know of the miracles of Jesus. Lots of us know of the teachings of Jesus. Lots of us know of the claims of Jesus. And yet we simply decide to dismiss who he is. And the thing is, we say in our hearts, well, if Jesus is who he says he is, if he is the Son of God, why doesn't he do this, or why doesn't he do that? Why doesn't he sort out these things in the world today, these wars and these sicknesses and everything else, and all the things that are wrong? And basically, we're just saying, unless I see it with my own eyes, we're saying to Jesus, unless I see you do something with my own eyes, we're saying to him, Jesus, look, if you are who you say you are, prove yourself. But the fact is, he already has, and it's written, we're going to discover it's written all the way through John's Gospel that Jesus continually proves who he is. And then we look at the Pharisees, these people who are supposed to know God personally. They've just built up all these laws about the Sabbath. You know, the Sabbath is a day of rest, but they're saying, what are you doing carrying your mat? They've ignored that this man was sick for 38 years and Jesus has healed him on a rest day. He's done good. He's broken the law on a rest day. Surely God's love overrides any petty laws that we choose to make. And there's a question, are we being too legalistic towards Jesus? You know, maybe we need healing ourselves. And maybe it's time that we need a boost in our faith for who Jesus is, because Jesus is alive today. He is alive today, and he wants a relationship with us where he can speak and communicate with us so that he can heal the things in our lives, just like that man 2,000 years ago where he done this amazing miracle which science has yet to surpass. So, a time of reflection. What do you know about Jesus that you didn't know before? How has this changed your opinion of him? And what further questions has this raised? And all this is in our Encountering Jesus book, which, as I said before, is available from our website, www.thompsoncat.com. And if you'd like to pre-order that, well, you can. But there's no need to have this book. It's just nice to actually be here and explaining and encountering Jesus afresh. So again, if you like and subscribe to this channel, you'll never miss another episode. Well, that's it just for today. I've let my coffee go cold. So until next time, I'll see you then.